脅迫してやるぜこのクリーニングクリーがな能力キルだぞ
Yo, 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 it's your man MAS, back with more content, alright? So, we're talking more Sakamoto Days, alright? It's, my opinion, it's one of the best animes out right now. Of course, there's a book, the book has been in existence, we don't read over here. Strictly anime, alright? TV watching, vision, alright? But this time around it's like a little bit of a different topic. The CrunchyRoll / Netflix dilemma, alright? I'm gonna put this into context for you guys, so don't worry about it, right? Sakamoto Days was a free agent, alright? This is the scenario. Sakamoto Days is a free agent, right? We're trying to figure out who's gonna pick it up. The most common name, the winning team, has been CrunchyRoll. CrunchyRoll, despite its ups and downs, right? There's probably drama behind the scenes. I'm not a news network, or I'm not reporting that, but for all extensive purposes, CrunchyRoll has been the king of anime platforming. Like, that is the go-to mainstream platform that people go to for anime. So when people think Sakamoto Days, they think CrunchyRoll. I was like, oh, Sakamoto Days, they coming out with anime? Oh, I'm gonna watch that on CrunchyRoll. It's on Netflix. There are Netflix exclusive anime. CrunchyRoll has monopolized a lot of things, right? CrunchyRoll is essentially, again, for mainstream, CrunchyRoll is essentially like the New England Patriots. Like that team that continues to win, never really has a losing season by perception, you know, because there's stuff behind the scenes, but again, perception. And, you know, and this is before like platform became really popular, right? So you need to understand, right? I've been watching anime for a very, very, very long time. As I'm assuming you have, right? If you watch my channel, you're a hardcore anime watcher, all right? This is back in the LimeWire days, you know, the pirate sites. Like, stuff isn't the same anymore. So I feel like you can still kind of pirate anime, because anime is not as big as regular television shows. Like, if you're trying to watch certain television shows, that shit is hard, right? Like, if you're trying to pirate it, like, it's mad hard, right? And rightfully so, because people want their credit. People want their rights. You shouldn't be, well, you technically shouldn't be pirating it, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I really need to watch it, and I don't want to pay that $10.99 a month, I'm going to find a way, right? Back in the day, again, LimeWire, pirating sites, watch all that shit for free. You might have to deal with a few inappropriate pop-ups here and there, but it was worth the content. It was worth the content. Nowadays, like, the government has like a really tight leash on like pirating, and, you know, especially like the hot stuff, like Severance, the hot stuff, like, nah, like, we gotta shut down these sites because, you know, they want their credit, they want their money, they want all that stuff, right? So that's just to say that platforms like Crunchyroll and Netflix are more prominent more than ever, because the sites that we know and love, or I forgot Gogo Anime, if you know, you know, it's not the same anymore. Probably is to a certain extent, but like, they're really cracking down. So what's the whole point of this? The point is to say, can Netflix dethrone Crunchyroll? All right, they got a winning player. They got a winning player. Now, if Netflix had gotten the rights to Solo Leveling, that would have been a different. We know. Like, Netflix would have been, because we see what them boys are doing. We see what Solo Leveling is doing, right? So if Netflix had gotten their hands on that Solo Leveling, right? But, you know, we can't get all the best players, right? That's not like, we can't have all the best players. So Netflix did get Sakamoto Days, and I really do think Sakamoto Days is such a good anime. Like, it is a good player, all right? It might not be like the LeBron, you know, the Solo Leveling, but it's still pretty damn good. Still pretty damn good. Sakamoto Days can score some points. It's like one of the most balanced shows I've seen in a long time. It reminds me of modern day assassin version of Rurouni Kenshin. Like, Sakamoto Days is really, really, really good. That was how Netflix has one. And Netflix hasn't always been like, which most companies are, like, they don't always, you know, get everything right. So they might like pick up some anime that they thought, oh, this is gonna do numbers, and it don't do numbers. Just like with a lot of their shows. Like, Netflix does so much. Like, oh, we're gonna pick up this comedian, doesn't do the numbers that we're hoping it does. It kind of is up and down, right? But I think Sakamoto Days, for the really true anime lovers, get Netflix. You will love the show. They got one, right? But what this says to me now is like, hey, two things can be true, right? Like, we can have a playing field where everybody eats. Meaning, hey, can it be that Netflix eats and CrunchyRoll eats? And maybe bring in some other platforms that are doing well and should be able to eat too. I feel like we live in a society, which rightfully so, is like, nah, like if this person's winning, you can't win. By default, you need to be down, right? Like there can only be one main platform. I forgot what the mentality was. Oh, with like different podcasts or like different like it's competitive, but it's like, hey, like everybody can eat out here, right? Everybody can win. Like there's a space for CrunchyRoll, there's a space for Netflix, right? But in regards to competitiveness, I get it, right? Like, hey, we want to see another nice platform like CrunchyRoll. We're tired of CrunchyRoll. CrunchyRoll's nonsense. I'm tired of like the way, like, I get it. Some people don't care, but a lot of people just kind of like, yo, I'm tired of CrunchyRoll. I gotta download this app. Like, I don't want to do it. I get it, right? I mean, people could argue Netflix is kind of like the same thing. Maybe not anime centric, but it's one of those mega companies that are trying to dip their hands into everything, right? So what this brings to me is, what are some titles that are coming out down the pipeline, manga-wise, book-wise, that like, if Netflix is trying to turn the tables, how are they going to do it? I feel like pretty much they made a statement by getting Sakamoto Days. They made a statement, right? Unfortunately, they didn't make much progress because Crunchyroll got solo leveling, and again, the numbers are going crazy. But if Netflix is in the conversation in terms of like pumping out anime content, right? I mean, if they can create their own original content, that'd be even better. But like, you can't have it all, right? Like, original content is going to be a lot harder unless like they licensed a manga, right? Like somebody created a manga, they liked it so much, it's like, hey, we want to license it. Then maybe, but if Netflix can get their hand on another major title, they might run the gamut. I forgot, it was another YouTube channel that mentioned it. I definitely want to salute them. I forgot the name of the YouTube channel, but they mentioned an anime that got picked up that was technically canceled by Shonen Jump, right? So here's what this opens up, and it was a great video. I think it was Chibi Reviews, maybe, like amazing video. I loved it. So what this says is that, hey, if any platform, right, that is trying to push anime, or maybe your focus is like you want more anime content, but it's kind of hard to get the licensing for things like a solo level, like it's so sought after. Even Sakamoto Days, it's such a popular manga that like, I'm pretty sure when they wanted to adapt to anime, it was very sought after. They probably reached out to the creator, hey, can let me get that. let me turn to an anime. Like, don't talk to them, talk to me. You give it to me. Right? Don't give it to nobody else. You give it to me. All right. So very sought after. But like, if let's say like you're a new indie anime platform, like how do you get your foot in, right? So what that whole topic video does in terms of like, hey, mangas that have been canceled, right? Meaning like the way, I mean, I'm not really that familiar with Shonen Jump. I can only imagine it's just ruthless, right? Like the way they kind of go through anime and shows and series, like it's crazy. Like that I do know, right? If you get canceled from Shonen Jump, that means no more money. In terms of from them, the big dogs. Like, yeah, we were funding you, we ain't doing that no more. Right? But like, as a creator, let's say you created a manga that was picking up traction and it got canceled by Shonen Jump. For all intents and purposes, we can assume that people aren't really checking for you. So even though there might be certain fans that love your series, because you're not backed by a big machine, right? That means that other major companies might not be looking for you because like you're not being pushed, you're not being advertised. So I feel like what this does is like, if you're a smaller platform that wants to get like really good titles, you still might have to pay an arm and a leg because technically the manga was on Shonen Jump, right? But it may not be like, you still have a chance to get a manga that may have been popular but got canceled by Shonen Jump and now adapted to anime, and that could put your platform on the map. I really do believe it could. Is that what's happening with Netflix? Not exactly, but I really do believe, my personal opinion, like Sakamoto Days made Netflix to me a more prominent platform for anime. Like once I saw Sakamoto Days, it made me take Netflix a bit more serious in terms of like, oh wow, they really do have some good content on here. And Netflix has some other good anime on there, but like because it's not as popular, I'm like, but like I feel like sometimes you just need that push to be recognized as an actual, like if you try to push real good anime content, you need that recognition. I feel like Sakamoto Days, in my opinion, gave Netflix a recognition. I know that it has 7 deadly sins and stuff like that, but we're not really checking for that. Maybe you are, but I'm not. I'm not really checking for 7 deadly sins. I'm not really checking for Comedic community. I'm not really checking for that. But I am checking for Sakamoto Days. And here's the thing, even if, I mean, it might not help it too much, but even if Sakamoto Days ends up on, because, you know, like they want to spread the money around, so ends up on CrunchyRoll too, like, hey, like, you know, license it to this platform too, it still helps where it's like, hey, it was originally on Netflix, so you get that initial push of views before they kind of spread out if it's not in the contract, you know, because sometimes their contract's like, hey, you can't do that. But if it's not, at least you get that initial push. So what this says is CrunchyRoll is definitely, Netflix, keep saying CrunchyRoll, because it's so common. Netflix is definitely a contender for like an actual anime, like good quality anime platform, right? CrunchyRoll is still the king by all mainstream standards, but Netflix is definitely in the you know, stratosphere. It's coming, right? They got a player, right? But there are other, and hopefully Netflix does this too. Netflix can really capitalize. There are other canceled mangas that are really, really popular that people aren't checking for. And if you can scoop those up, get enough traction, like the one manga that got canceled by Shonen Jump and got adapted for anime, you could possibly turn the tables. But listen, next video I will go more into detail about Sakamoto Days. All right, this is just strictly just because I was very curious about it, like the whole Netflix and CrunchyRoll dilemma in regards to Sakamoto Days. All right, it's lifting up Netflix. All right, but please, if you like the comment, please, like the content, please like, comment, subscribe. It's your man MAS. I'm out.